Hi, I'm Yvette Hernandez.
And I'm Jorge Gonzalez.
And you're watching American Hispanics The Journey, where our Hispanic community tunes in weekly, and you guys tune in with us as well, if you're not Hispanic, and I know you're watching us, to hear what is good and to learn about the journey to the American dream. Thank you for watching us every week. We're so glad to have you. So, George?
I'm very excited. Very excited to be here.
One more week. With all this going on with the hurricanes and everything. I wanted to come in with a little, have a little fun with it. I know that there's so much seriousness has been in our face. I mean, I go exercise every morning and all I'm watching on the news is Hurricane Irma and all this other. I was wondering if there was a Hurricane Yvette.
It was 1992.
Woo! I know, I saw it.
Category 2. But you know what? There was a George. And George actually was a Category 4.
Oh, yeah.
Scary.
Well, I was only a Category 2 and I turned into a tropical storm. But guess what?
You're a hurricane now.
Am I a hurricane? Come on. Thank you, though. I mean, I think that's a compliment.
It is a compliment. She's a Category 6, even though it doesn't exist. That's typhoon type hurricane Yvette.
Typhoon and hurricanes, two different names.
Same thing.
Same thing.
One is in the Pacific. It's considered a typhoon.
Right.
One is on the Atlantic.
And it's the same thing. I never knew that. I thought that, I don't know, for some reason I thought a typhoon maybe was a different shape or something. I don't know.
And that's thanks to my daughter, Jordine, watching us at home. Yes, you told me that.
Yes.
And I told you I would say that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I posted has there ever been a Hurricane Yvette? And one of my friends found it, and of course, in 1992. And that's when I became Miss Rhode Island. So that was kind of fun.
As I say, a Hurricane Yvette passed through Rhode Island in 1992.
Enough about hurricanes, guys. I'm so tired of it. I hope you guys are staying safe out there. I know it's supposed to be coming and hitting Georgia as well. But we have something very important to talk about, George. We're talking about DACA, the Dreamers, and we're talking about Donald Trump getting rid of that particular program for immigrants.
We have DACA, which is the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrival.
Right.
And the reason why, we did the research on it, there was DAPA, which was the Deferred Action for Parents of Americans. So your kids were born in the U.S., they were American kids, and the parents were being deported.
Right.
And the kids had the ability to work with
get their papers or give the parent
request them.
Right, request their papers. Right. So the threats of losing DACA creates its own kind of uncertainty. There's a lot of people that are uncertain about it. Muchas de nuestras personas se tienen miedo que van a perder su papel y que lo van a deportar. So a lot of that is going on, a lot of fear with that.
Once again, it's difference of opinion. You have some good points. DACA was a provisional. It was a provisional program to keep our kids and our dreamers.
Right.
But then again, it's also the word provisional.
Right.
Once again, it has to be revamped. There's ways to doing it correctly through an immigration, reform.
Reform, right.
And once again, the debate is huge. We feel bad for the people that don't know any better.
Right, and
that's the
issue. I think there's a fear of the unknown, a fear of the unknown, because we don't know exactly what's going on and what is the president doing with it. I know there's some sort of decision that's going to be made by Tuesday or something like that. But I heard that DACA, losing DACA wouldn't automatically mean deportation.
No, they have a program that they're putting in place to avoid, massive deportation or rights.
Some people think it would be worse off if we didn't have it. I mean, a lot of people think that we should keep it.
We also have DACA or kids that were in the DACA, the Dreamers that are working with our hurricane victims in Texas.
Right.
They're paramedics, they're doctors, they're nurses, they're people that are in our society helping our great.
But I remember that the president had gone there and had said that he was going to help those people that were helping, and he was going to help them get their papers.
Correct.
So at the same time, he wants to do that, but at the same time,
it's hard to say what he says, doesn't say what, it depends on the point or where you're saying on the table. I want to be as fair as possible, saying we have certain things and rules in place without overlooking or overstepping our boundaries.
Right.
We're a country of law.
Right.
And in order for you to follow the law, you need to have, you have to do what's right.
We have to do what's right. We also have to do what's right for the country. I know there's a lot of thoughts with regards to that. I know you guys are watching us and listening to this topic right now. if you have any comments to make about that, please hit us up on our social media. You know, we have internet, we have, not internet, we have internet, guys.
Instagram,
We have
Facebook.
Instagram, Facebook, and we have LinkedIn as well.
Correct.
Yeah,
And our YouTube channel.
and our YouTube channel.
So,
So come in and let us know what you think about this topic. Let us know if there's any fears or anything like that. I mean, I'm sure there are. I've been hearing a lot of that.
we also have,
But we also want to put you guys at ease that, you know, I don't think it means deportation. I think it just means some changes are coming. We don't know exactly what the changes are.
correct. We need to realize that no matter what, there's a procedure, there's help.
Right.
Educate yourself. Go and find that answer. You know, there's ways that you can
Right.
actually
Please
go
go
through
ahead and
immigration.
find out. Please make sure that you pay attention to that and find out more about that. Oh, guys, you are watching American Hispanics The Journey, and I'm Yvette Hernandez. We have a great interview coming right up.
You're right. We have Belda Rubio.
That's right. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. You're watching American Hispanics The Journey. We have a great interview coming right up, so please stay with us.
This is going to be a great interview. Don't change your channel. We'll be right back.
Hi guys, you're watching American Hispanics The Journey. We told you we had a great interview for you, and we have with us Belda Rubio Ramirez. I'm Yvette Hernandez.
I'm Jorge Gonzalez. Welcome, Belda. How are you?
I'm
Thank
doing
you.
good. Thank you
Excellent.
for having me.
Yeah, so good to have you. Did you have a hard time finding us today?
I didn't.
No?
George provided some great directions.
Well, thank you very
Thank
much.
you, George.
I'm the new GPS.
GPS.
Thank you, thank you.
George puts us in the system. GPS.
Great. So Belda Rubio Ramirez.
Yes.
That's the full name.
That is my full name. How about that?
How about that? I mean, a lot of Hispanics, we have a lot of names going on.
Yeah, if you look at her for real, it's Belda Rubio Ramirez, Carmen de los Santos, Maria. Yes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
You know what? I think a lot of you guys
It was.
Third, right?
I told him to cut it short.
cut it short. No, you know, my father only gave me 2 names because of that. Because sometimes Hispanics, we give our children so many names, and it becomes kind of like my father, Rafael Hernandez Cayetano de Peralta. Poor thing, he said, I'm only going to give you 2.
My dad's name is Victoriano, and I won't say what they say. Yes, I know.
Belda, where are you from?
I'm originally from California,
Excellent. You were born in California, and your parents are from where?
Mexico.
Excellent. So Mexican, Californian, and also there's something else.
My father is a true American, Native American.
Yes, Native American. Actually, from where?
He's his tribe, I guess,
The tribe.
is Yaqui.
Ooh,
and so
okay.
their reservation is in Tucson, Arizona.
The
Excellent.
good yakis, not
The
good
yaki like yaki, but yaki like yaki.
Yaqui.
Good Yaqui.
Wow, you know,
Yeah.
that's
Good
excellent.
Yes.
Wonderful. So you know your culture. Did your parents teach you how to speak English? I mean, of course not. They taught you Spanish first, I guess.
They did. My parents, both parents, don't speak a lick of English, even though my father was born in the United States and so was my grandmother. But at a very young age, my grandmother ended up taking my father back to Mexico, and he was raised there.
Was she bilingual as well? She was yaki and Spanish, or?
She wasn't, because this is 1930. I don't even know if there was people around in 1930.
What? Girl.
So anyway, but I do speak Spanish, you know, and I make it a point. I have 4 children, and I make it a point to teach them as well.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah.
Mantén el español vivo.
So you have to mantener su español. You have to teach your children the language, of course. And my daughter learned some of Spanish, and my son didn't want to learn any. So
Sometimes
that was kind of hard.
happens.
I tell my kids better opportunities for those who are bilingual.
I see,
So
yes.
I've been blessed to have many jobs just because I was Hispanic.
So Belda, you lived in California and you grew up there. Did you study there as well?
I did. I finished high school there. I started a college and ended up moving to Georgia back in 2002, 2003-ish, and ended up finishing my schooling here.
Oh, excellent. What did you want to be? What did you want to be when you grew up?
I actually wanted to be a lawyer, an attorney, when I was, you know,
What stopped you?
unfortunately, again, because of us Hispanics and not being in tune with everything that's going on in the United States and the
Right.
opportunities, my parents didn't know English, so it made it hard for them. So when I did approach them that I wanted to continue going to school, and that really, my dream was to be an attorney,
Right.
they said they couldn't help me because they couldn't afford it.
Yeah, well, you know, unfortunately, sometimes that happens. We can't afford our schooling. I didn't get to finish college because I couldn't afford it.
But she had a bummer though. She realized she was Indian.
That's right. Too late.
And that
I
could've-
realized back, you know, once I got educated, I realized that I could have had this paid for because I'm a Native American. That's one of our benefits.
Right. So we have to pay attention. We have to, you know, make sure we know our
Knowledge.
Yeah, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power.
Yes.
And if you would have known that back then, you would have had a full scholarship.
Absolutely.
You would have been a lawyer today. But
I would
what do
have
you
been.
do now? What do you do?
I'm a real estate agent. I'm with Keller Williams.
Excellent.
I love it.
And did you study that here in Georgia?
I did. I went to class and passed the test, state exam, and now I'm a real estate agent. Absolutely love helping. I mainly help my community, and I love helping that American dream. People realize their American dream.
Taking that step forward, getting educated and moving forward, being a real estate, but you're also an engineer.
I'm also, I do engineer work.
Engineer.
I do engineer work. I work with a lot of different contractors here in the state of Georgia to get some other projects approved and passed, and inspections passed.
Doing one of the hardest
Excellent.
jobs that I've seen. It's hydraulic.
Una mujer haciendo el trabajo de
Analysis.
los hombres. Can you
Analysis.
imagine that?
Not only-
This job is only for men, and you got a woman, a beautiful woman.
Not
doing
doing the job that is for guys, doing a better job than guys.
the guys doing a better job. Did you guys hear that?
Gotta give it to her. She's
Yes, Belda.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job.
Thank
We want to
you.
hear some more about you, and we want to continue to ask you some questions about that. And you got married
I am married.
at a very young age.
I got married, then I had 2 children with that marriage.
Good.
Ended up, you know, getting married too young, got a divorce, and now I'm remarried, and I have 2 more children.
Excellent. We want to hear more about that, Belda. And it's been so interesting to hear about your story. I want to know a little bit more about how your parents got to the country. And guys, you're watching American Hispanics The Journey. We're here with Belda Rubio Ramirez, and she's telling us her journey to living here in the United States and her American dream. Thank you for watching. I'm Yvette Hernandez.
I'm George Gonzalez. We are going to take a short break.
The Journey, where our Hispanic community tunes in weekly to hear what is good and to learn about the journey to the American dream.
If you have a story to tell, make sure you hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, or even send us an email. You never know, your story could be aired on our next show.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you. You're watching American Hispanics The Journey, and we've got more of Belda Rubio Ramirez with us today. Thank you, Belda, for being here with us.
Thank you.
Wow. I wanted to ask you some more questions. I know that your parents were already here. You were born in California. I want to know, how did your mom get here?
Just like a lot of Hispanics, she went across the border.
Came across the border. Another one. Did she ever tell you about her story?
She did.
What happened?
She went through the desert, and luckily she made it.
She made it.
Because not a
Lord.
lot of people make it.
No, that's oh my gosh. And then she met your father. He was already here.
He was already here.
And they got married.
And they found love, and they got married.
Wonderful.
And
How many kids do they have?
they ended up having two boys and 1 girl.
Now your
Well,
father.
2 girls, I'm sorry.
2 boys.
2 boys
and
and
2
2 girls.
1 to 4 kids. And your father was already a citizen.
He was a citizen because he's a Native American.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Better
Yeah.
citizen than that, baby.
Well, you
Yeah.
can't be better than
Bring it
that. And so he made your mother's papers. At that time, was it?
Yes.
Do you think it was difficult for her to get her papers? Or
Life
was it easy?
life was a lot easier than what we got going on
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
With everything,
with
this
immigration laws.
immigration laws,
Before
yes.
the internet.
Oh no,
Before.
and before Trump, because now Trump is trying to get rid of some of the laws that are helping some of the
Absolutely.
parents get, legalized here.
Yes,
So,
it makes it difficult for a lot of people.
right. So it was easier back then. It didn't take long.
It didn't take long. I think she's told me it was less than a year, so it was pretty fast.
Wonderful.
Oh, wow, cool.
Pretty fast compared to what it's taking now.
What goes on now?
Yeah.
Wow, excellent, excellent. So it's good to know. And I'm glad that you know that aspect of your parents and where they came from. This is why you know your culture so much
I
and so
do
well.
know my culture, and I thank God every single day that she did take that journey and she did cross that desert, because now I got the opportunity that
Oh,
I
God
wouldn't
bless
have.
you.
if she would have stayed where she was at.
Now we have this big debate with DACA. What's your take on DACA?
I think DACA is a great thing for a lot of young, really Americans, because that's a lot of those, children, teenagers or whatever, that's all they know, the United States. So it makes it very difficult for this administration to say, I'm just going to go ahead and pull that, and then you're going to get deported to a country that they don't know.
They don't even know, right?
You're an American, but there's a lot of Americans that are undocumented Americans, what I call them.
Right.
Because all they need is just...
They're dreaming. They want their American dream as well. I don't think I'm better than anybody else because I was born here. I think everyone deserves an opportunity, especially if they've been here. Like you said, I agree with you. I agree with that.
Yeah.
You have 4 beautiful children.
I do. I have 4 babies.
You work.
I work.
You're a single mom.
No, actually, I got married.
She got married again, thank God. But she's been a single mom for a very long time, so that's
Yes, I was single for 10 years, and then, I got lucky and got hitched again.
a beautiful lady
Some
like her.
people
She
say-
can't be single for long.
Some people say good luck.
Right. Oh man, I'm so glad I could talk to you forever. I can talk to you for a long time, guys. Thank you for watching. This is Belda Rubio Ramirez, and you can find Belda at Keller Williams First ATL.com, right?
Yes, KellerWilliamsFirstAtlanta.com.
She says it better than me. She will sell you a house. What a beautiful lady. Thank you for watching us. Thank you, Belda.
Thank you
I
so
appreciate
much.
you
for
so
coming. We
much.
Thank you
appreciate you
so
having
much.
Yeah. Belda, everybody. Hey guys, wasn't that a great interview? We had Belda Rubio Ramirez with us.
It is
Ooh,
absolutely awesome.
hot, beautiful lady.
Yes, that's some con flavor, baby.
Yeah, no, one thing she taught us about her interview was that pay attention to where you came from, because man, she missed out on a good education
guys,
because
education. I mean, educate
Yes.
yourself, see the different benefits that we have being
Yes.
Americans.
she could have gotten a free scholarship because she was a Native American and she didn't use that.
She would have had it fully paid.
Fully paid. So, like, man, figure out who you are, what's your background, where you come from, because you never
Your
know.
roots.
There are things out there that, hey, so many things that we can do for school, and we get free scholarships and things like that. So that was great for her to give us that information. Even though she missed out, she still went to school. She educated herself.
There's a lot of Indian reservations, and they have so many benefits, and
That's
they don't
right.
realize it. So, yeah, look into it.
What a beautiful Mexican Native American.
She's like fully bilingual,
Hispanic.
unbelievable.
Unbelievable, wonderful. We got some sazon con flavor coming
Yeah,
up for
baby.
you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, every time
George, we're talking about weird drinks, weird Spanish drinks.
If you're a true Latino from the heart, true Hispanic, we do drinks, we name drinks, we drink.
We drink. But some of these don't have alcohol, some of them do. Malta has a little bit of alcohol in it.
It does 0.5%.
I brought that to school one day and my teacher kind of like looked at it and was like, do you know this has alcohol in it? What? 6%?
0.5.
0.5? Nothing.
If you're an alcoholic like Yvette, you call AA alcohol. No.
Malta. What is Malta? Malta is made out of sugarcane.
It's pretty much, people say that it's disgusting.
Oh, I
but
love
my
it.
kids
I
love
love
it.
Malta.
Depending on where you are, it's caramelized, it's really, really thick.
Yeah, from Goya. I love Malta. So what other drinks do we have?
All right, so-
We have one que se llama Morir y Vivir. That's a drink that I learned to drink when I was in Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic, right?
And it's orange juice, it's milk, you put ice in it, you put sugar in it, you mix it all up, and Morir y Vivir. It's in
your
English.
mama will tell you, if you drink a lot of that, you get a panza ache. You know what I mean?
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
What's Morir y Vivir in English? What does it mean?
To die and live.
You die and you live again when you take a drink of this.
And then if you're like from where Yvette is from, you put a little bit of cañita in it and
He's
a little bit of
lying.
mama
He's lying.
Juana.
I don't
and
know
you
where
just
he's
be
coming from
drinking
with
at 6 o'clock in the morning.
George always trying to throw me under the bus. I have some other drinks here. El mate, what's that?
And mate, actually, mate is from Argentina.
Oh.
Some girls will say, well, friends of mine will say, they're really good, and then you taste it, and it's like, oh my God, what is this?
Really?
Yes,
What
really
is it
sour,
then?
no
Is it
sugar.
Oh.
They drink it they have their own little cup. It looks like a coconut. It's
Oh, okay.
kind of cool.
Oh, okay, cool.
Listen
We
to
have vestida de novia.
And that is a term that my friend Desmond uses all the time. He likes it vestida de novia.
He does?
Which is like when you put a beer in the fridge and it turns white.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. nice and cold on a hot day.
A nice
They
cold
say it's good
beer.
on there.
Agua ardiente is a Mexican drink. It's,
Aguardiente.
What
it's
is that?
It's
Is that vodka?
It's like a tequila mixed with like aguardiente. A lot of Colombians and Mexicans will
yeah.
drink that.
Right.
Super high octane.
Mojito.
Mojito. That's a lot.
That's a new drink.
That's a new drink. You have your little mint.
Because I think mojito used to be like a seasoning.
Actually,
And
we
somebody
do-
decided to make it into a drink.
And we will make mojito for our tostones.
Oh,
You get
yes, a
tostones, you fry
mojito.
them,
That's
you
what
get
it
mojito,
was.
put it on
And
there.
somebody was drinking it, and somebody said, hey, that would be cool to make a drink.
Imagine if you drink mojito, the old school mojito. Ew.
Yeah, I kind of like it because I kind of, when I make a salad, I end up making it with lemon
yeah,
and some salt and pepper and then the juice stays, and I kind of drink that. I like it.
I want to thank everybody for watching us, and I would love for you to go on our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Tell us your story. Tell us about you and your journey.
Yes, that's right. We'd also like to invite our local businesses that cater to our Hispanic community. Please join us and please write to us and let us know your story, your journey. We'd love to hear from you. We'd like to broadcast from your location. I'm Yvette Hernandez.
I'm George Gonzalez.
Hasta la vista.
See you next time.